With a lap time like that, they might just be zooming past the competition in no time. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going. Cedric is now in 7th after successfully overtaking Koki Benanati. S24 and BDA, from still known in racing, has climbed to P9, getting past Greeny Jet. The gentleman has advanced to 15, overtaking Kazishua. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers make strategic moves on the track. Lord of the Jungle has significantly reduced the gap to Seng, now trailing by just 5.7 seconds. In the mid-pack, Koki Benanati in the Mazda 787B is actively engaged in a tight contest with ST4 and BZH, who is handling the Lancia LCTU, both fighting for 8th position. Further back, IC1212, driving another Lancia LC2, is locked in a duel with Feds, who is piloting a Toyota 88TV for the 12th spot. The battles are intensifying as drivers jockey for position. Amensan from Team Nafgom Kings has gained ground, moving up to 5 after overtaking Suzanne Greenberg-Gotti. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg and Cedric are locked in a battle for 6, with Suzanne in her Toyota 8080 VC, and Cedric in the Porsche 962 C Short Tail. In a separate incident, Siranbot has advanced to P24, successfully getting past Ujon 7 Tot. Aitio in 1792 has gained a position, and is now in 14 after successfully overtaking Captain Potato. Meanwhile, the gentleman has also made progress, moving up to 16 by overtaking Kazishuk. The race dynamics are shifting as drivers jockey for better positions. Maya has successfully moved into P2, executing a clean overtake on New Texum. This puts her in a strong position just behind the leader. New Texum is now in P3, while the gap between him and Maya is approximately 3 car lengths. The dynamics in the top positions are shifting as the race progresses. Aetion 1792. In the Nissan R90 on ECP, is currently defending 14 against the gentleman, in the Lancia LC222. They are closely matched, with Aetion 1792 maintaining a slight edge on the straight. The gentleman is attempting to close the gap with some aggressive braking into the corners, but Aetion 1792 is holding firm, utilizing a strong exit speed. As they approach the next turn, the gentleman makes a move on the inside and manages to overtake Aetion 1792. Now the gentleman moves up to 13, while Aetion 1792 drops to 15. The battle continues as they head towards the next section of the track. Neo-Texum is making significant progress, reducing the gap to deplorably Apple by 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Greninja has successfully moved up to P11 after overtaking Dufta. ISI 1212 is also gaining ground, advancing to P13 by passing Aetion 1792. The race continues to tighten as drivers jockey for position. Castle Rat has significantly closed the gap on Siam, now just 443.5 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Neo-Texum and Deplorably Apple are engaged in a tight contest for first place, showcasing some impressive maneuvers. In the battle for fourth position, Electric Murray in the Mercedes-Benz 11 is closely contesting Suzanne Greenberg in the Toyota 88 TV, creating an exciting dynamic as they jostle for track position. Sayang is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Lord of the Jungle by 464.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Castle Rat is also gaining on Siang, with a gap reduction of 577.1 seconds. Additionally, Suzanne Greenberg has successfully overtaken Deplorably Apple, moving up to P3 in the standings. Koki Beninity has encountered issues, dropping from a stronger position to 16, losing 8 spots. Electricami from Team Quark Express is also struggling, falling back 13 positions to P18. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg has made a significant move, overtaking Deplorably Apple to ascend to P3. The dynamics are shifting rapidly in this race. one serious guy has advanced to P24, successfully overtaking Sir Ironbot. The maneuver appears clean, showcasing some impressive acceleration out of the last corner. Sir Ironbot is now trying to regain position, but it looks like those serious guys pulling away. Hey someone! Welcome back to the racing circus. Racing car dashing away, we've missed your lovely presence. Buckle up for some AI racing action, and let's cheer on those cars. Party popper. Amundsen is currently in a tight contest with St4 and BSJ46, with Amundsen in the Mazda 787B, and St4 in the Lancia LC2 Dorgeldo. They are closely matched, making it an exciting battle. Nukem Bochum has advanced to P12 after successfully overtaking Wasirius Guy. Meanwhile, Electric Marie is steadily closing in on Lord of the Jungle, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds, indicating a potential challenge for position soon. Deplorably Apple and Amundsen are currently in a tight battle for 5th place. Deplorably Apple, in the Porsche 962C short tail, has managed to close the gap on Amundsen, who is maneuvering the Mazda 787B, but as they approach the hairpin turn, Deplorably Apple looks for an inside line, showcasing impressive acceleration out of the corner. Meanwhile, Amundsen maintains a defensive position, trying to fend off the challenge. They exit the corner nearly side by side, with Deplorably Apple slightly ahead as they head down the straight. Amundsen isn't giving up easily, drafting behind the Porsche and preparing for a potential overtake as they approach the next turn. The race dynamics are heating up as both drivers push their limits for that crucial 5th position. Welcome back, Naibi. Automobile dashing away, we missed you zooming around the chat. Grab some popcorn and enjoy the AI race. Glowing star. Feds has dropped significantly, now sitting in P30 after losing 23 positions. Meanwhile, Greninja has made a strong move up to 7, successfully overtaking Amundsen. Duff Daff has also gained ground, advancing to P9 by passing Issy 12-12. Torstels. The race dynamics are shifting as these positions change. Looks like Neotexum is trying to cause some chaos in chat. What are you cooking up over there? Zained Fifornbedic currently holds the lead in Pone after successfully overtaking Neotexum. In 6, we have Captain Potato from Team Racing Potatoes, who has just moved ahead of the gentleman. Both drivers are now engaged in a close battle for that position. Captain Potato is piloting a Mazda 787B, while the gentleman is behind the wheel of a Lancia LC2. The competition for 6 remains tight as they navigate the track. Cedric has made an impressive surge, overtaking 4 cars and advancing to position. 19. Just Jezik follows closely behind, also moving up quickly with 4 overtakes now sitting in position. 20. Meanwhile, Uya's John 7 has showcased significant speed, passing 5 cars to secure position. 21. The field is tightening as these drivers push forward. Renijep is now just 11 seconds behind ST Form BJ, from Team Still No Name Racing, clearly gaining momentum. Maya has made an impressive move up the field, overtaking 7 cars to claim power. In contrast, Suzanne Greenberg is experiencing difficulties, dropping significantly down to P27 after losing 20 positions. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly. The gentleman has made a significant move, advancing 4 positions to claim P18. Following closely, Komodo 3 also surged ahead, overtaking 4 cars to secure P19. Meanwhile, Electric Murray from Team Cork Express is experiencing difficulties, dropping 6 spots down to P26. Seangang is rapidly closing in on Electric Murray, reducing the gap to 474.7 seconds. Meanwhile, a fierce battle for third place is unfolding between Set Form BSJ in a Lancia C2 and Deplorably Apple in a Porsche 962C Short Tail. Both drivers are maintaining close proximity as they navigate through the course. The dynamics of the race are intensifying with these two dueling for position. Castle Rat is now just 553.3 seconds behind Sam, rapidly closing the gap. The gentleman has successfully moved up to 17th place after overtaking New Kembokum. The two are now engaged in a fierce battle for that position, with the gentleman in a Lancia LC2 and Kembokum in a Toyota Eagle MPE. The dynamics of this race continue to shift as they jockey for advantage. John 7, in the Chevrolet Intrepid RM1, is currently holding off the gentleman, who is closely tailing the Lancia LCT. Both drivers are vying for position 16, with John 7 maintaining a narrow lead. As they approach the first turn, it looks like the gentleman's preparing to make a move on the inside. They exit the turn nearly side by side, but John 7 manages to retain the position as they head into the straightaway. There's a slight gap forming now, but the gentleman is not giving up and is still gaining ground as they approach the next corner. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack continues to race ahead, but all eyes are on this intense duel for 16. Nilkenbocken is now in 17th position after successfully overtaking the gentleman. Meanwhile, Electric Mary's also made progress, moving up to 24th place by getting past Koki Binanity. The race continues to see some action in the mid-pack as positions shift. Currently, Amy is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Etuan 1792. The gap is now at 531.7 seconds. In the midfield, there's an intense battle for 7th place between Captain Potato in the Mazda 787B and Just Jazik in the Nissan R90 on ECP.T. Both drivers are showing competitive pace as they jockey for position. No overtakes have occurred yet, but the tension is palpable as they navigate the track closely. Saint Foreign BHA has significantly reduced the gap to Maya from Team Death Robots, bringing it down to 7.4 seconds. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, we have a close battle between cars 3 and 4, with car 3 attempting an overtake on the inside. It looks like they are side by side heading into the first turn. Car 3 edges ahead slightly as they exit the corner. The gap between the leaders continues to decrease, and Stetforn BJ is maintaining a solid pace as they approach the next sector. Eminson and Kazushuk continue to engage in a tight battle for 13, with both drivers pushing hard. The gentleman is gaining on Kazushuk, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds as they approach the next corner. Komodo 3 has successfully moved up to 17 after overtaking EU's Jonsevin, showcasing some solid racing skills. Captain Potato has made a significant move, now holding power after successfully overtaking Just Jazik. Just Jazik, representing Team S1s, responded by advancing to 5, getting past Green and Jeb. Meanwhile, Green Jeb has climbed to 6 by overtaking Maya Datapin. The positions are shifting rapidly as the drivers push their limits. Hey there, Chipbroman. Welcome back to the race. Automobile dashing away, we missed you. Grab a snack, settle in, and let's watch these AI speed demons zoom by. Check her at Flock. Seongjang is rapidly closing in on Nukambokum, reducing the gap by 34 seconds. Issy 1212, from Team No Name Racing, has successfully moved up to P8 after overtaking Deplorable Apple. Meanwhile, Komodo 3 has advanced to P13, getting past Amundsen. Issy 1212 has successfully moved up to 6th after overtaking Deplorably Apple, who has now dropped to 7. Deplorably managed to regain some ground by overtaking Hulk 3, and is currently in 7. Meanwhile, there's an intense battle unfolding for P12 between Katishuk and Okayoki 3, both pushing hard for position. Komodo 3 has significantly reduced the gap to the gentleman, now just 10.8 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Senang is also making strides, cutting down the distance to the man by 35.4 seconds. In a notable move, Okayoki 3 from Team Racing Potatoes has climbed to position 12 after overtaking Kazishuk. Race dynamics are shifting as these competitors push their limits. Maya has made a significant move, overtaking 4 cars to secure the 2nd position. Meanwhile, Deplorably Apple also showed impressive pace, also overtaking 4 cars to climb to 3rd. In a direct battle between Maya and Deplorably Apple, Maya has now successfully taken the 2nd position from Deplorably Apple, who is now in 3rd. Winzerius Guy is now in P12 after a strong surge, overtaking 5 cars in quick succession. Electric Mary is following closely behind, also gaining momentum, and moving up to P13 with the same number of overtakes. Meanwhile, Kazishuk is experiencing difficulties on the track, dropping back 6 positions and currently sitting in P18. The man is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Wazirius Guy by 42 seconds as they approach a tight corner. Meanwhile, Aetion 1792 is also gaining ground on Castle Rat, with a gap now of just 35.2 seconds. In the battle for 8th place, Groningen in the Mazda 787B is locked in a fierce contest with Duff Dad, who is piloting the Nissan Reti 9 The two are exchanging positions as they navigate the turns. Aetion 1792 has significantly reduced the gap to Castle Rat, now trailing by just 8.9 seconds. This indicates a strong pace from Aetion 1792, who is likely pushing hard to close in on the leader. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack remains fairly stable with no major position changes noted in this segment. The dynamic between these two cars will be crucial as the race progresses, with Aetion 1792 applying consistent pressure. Cedric has successfully moved into 6th, executing a clean overtake on Just Jazz It. The two were now engaged in a close battle for that position, with Cedric piloting the Porsche 962 Short Tail, and Just Jazz It behind the wheel of the Nissan R90R. Into H2. The Tespi, behind the wheel of the Nissan R90. Meanwhile, Electric Mary from Team Quark Express has advanced to P21 after overtaking Sirarenbot Toy. Hey Marv Society. Welcome back to the chaos. Checkered flag. Sparkles hope you're ready for some high-speed action and wild AI shenanigans. Let's rev those engines. Automobile dashing away. Komodo 3 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Duff Dad by 37.6 seconds, which indicates a strong pace as they approach the front. Meanwhile, Nukembokan has encountered difficulties, dropping back 11 positions to P24. It's crucial for them to regain momentum. Est4 BZH has successfully moved into Pone, overtaking Captain Potato, showcasing a decisive maneuver for the lead. The dynamics of the race are shifting rapidly as these positions evolve. Duff Dad is now just 6.1 seconds behind Hugud 3, making significant progress. The gentleman has narrowed the gap to Kazashuk by 10.4 seconds, showing strong pace. Meanwhile, the man is closing in on Sir Ironbot, reducing the distance by 17 seconds. Positions are tightening up as we head further into the race. Neotexum in the Porsche 962C. Short Tail was closely trailing Captain Potato in the Mazda 787B as they battle for second position. The gap is slim, and both drivers seem to be pushing their limits in this intense duel. Sabina 27 has made significant progress, now positioned at P18 after successfully overtaking Nukembokan Balkan. Additionally, Wuzirius Guy has gained a spot, moving up to P20 by overtaking the gentleman. The race dynamics are shifting as drivers push for optimal positions. Deplorably, Apple has made a significant move, overtaking 4 cars to secure P22. Cedric follows closely, also overtaking 4 cars now in P3. Maya is not far behind, executing a similar strategy and moving up 4 positions to claim power. The competition is tightening, as these drivers push their way up the leaderboard. Maya from Team Death Robots has successfully maneuvered into P3, executing a clean overtake on Captain Potato. Meanwhile, Captain Potato has reclaimed some ground, moving up to power after overtaking Cedric from Team Life for Speed. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. Captain Potato and Grenangib are locked in a tight battle for P3, with both cars trading positions multiple times. Just Jazik has made a significant move, overtaking Isyon 1212 and securing 5. Meanwhile, Isyon 1212 has responded by advancing to 6 after overtaking 103. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly as these drivers vie for position. Komodo 3 has successfully overtaken Katsushuk, now holding T-Nub. Katsushuk, in response, has made a move to P11 by passing Lord of the Jungle. Meanwhile, Lord of the Jungle has gained P12 after overtaking Duff Dad Dat. The positions are shifting rapidly in this section of the track. Captain Potato has successfully moved into P2 after overtaking Grainyjet. Grainyjet now occupies P3, following the maneuver over Deplorable Apple, who is now in Flower. Meanwhile, there's an ongoing battle for 6 between Issy 1212 and Huggard 3, indicating some close racing dynamics in that part of the field. Komodo 3 is gaining on Deplorable Apple, reducing the gap to 8 seconds as they power down the straight. Josjazik has advanced to Flower after successfully overtaking Issy 1212, who has now slid to 5. Issy 1212 has also managed to overtake Huggard 3, moving them down to 6 Descartes. The dynamics in the midfield are intensifying. Aetion 1792 has significantly narrowed the gap to Senam, now trailing by just 492.4 seconds. In the battle for 5th place, Isione 1212 and Huggard 3 are engaged in a close contest, exchanging positions as they push each other hard. Meanwhile, Sabina 27 from Team Blast is gaining on Okaoka 3, reducing the distance by 3 seconds and showing aggressive pace. Estorm Beadsage has successfully moved into 5 after executing a clean overtake on Huggard 3. Meanwhile, Huggard 3 has countered by overtaking Just Jazik, moving up to 6. A close battle is developing for that 6th position as Huggard 3 in the Lancia LC2U and Just Jazik in the Nissan R90 SP are now engaged in a fierce contest. The dynamics between these two drivers will be critical as they jockey for position. Captain Potato is now just 34.6 seconds behind New Texan, showing impressive speed and strategy to close that gap. Meanwhile, Engie is significantly behind Castle Rat, with a gap of 554.7 seconds. Captain Potato continues to gain on New Texan, maintaining that momentum as the race progresses. Race dynamics are shifting, particularly for Captain Potato, who could be looking to overtake soon if this pace continues. Aminizan has significantly reduced the gap to his Sirius Guy, now trailing by just 2.2 seconds. The AI-driven car's acceleration appears to be improving as we enter the tighter corners of the track. Meanwhile, Too Fast Foru has been holding steady in third position, maintaining a 1-second lead over the challenger. This could set out for an exciting battle between Aminizan and Sirius Guy in the upcoming laps. Hugo 3 is now in 6th after successfully overtaking Maya. Maya has responded by advancing to 7, overtaking Deplorably Apple. Meanwhile, Deplorably Apple has climbed to 8, passing Dustjazik in the process. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues. Issy 1212 and Huggard 3 continue to battle fiercely for 5, exchanging positions in quick succession. Lord of the Jungle has made a notable advancement, now occupying 10 after successfully overtaking Just Jazik. Meanwhile, Duff Dad has also gained ground, moving into P12 following an overtake on Cydric. The race dynamics are shifting as drivers push for better placements. Code 3 in the Lancia LCC2 and Maya in the Nissan Reti 9s are locked in a tight battle for 6. As they navigate through the turns, it's a close race with neither driver giving an inch. Meanwhile, Okayoki 3 has successfully overtaken Sabina 27, moving up to 17. Sabina 27 has responded by slipping down to P18 after being overtaken by Ujas Joan 7, who makes a notable advance to claim that position. The dynamic of the race is shifting rapidly as drivers jockey for position. Castle Rat is steadily closing the gap on A2 on 1792, now trailing by 56.4 seconds. Isium 1212 has successfully moved into 4 after overtaking ST4 and BZJ. Meanwhile, Dust Jazik is gaining on Lord of the Jungle, narrowing the distance to just 2.5 seconds. Xiangyan is currently making significant progress, reducing the gap to the man by 34.9 seconds. In a recent maneuver, Maya has successfully moved into 6 after overtaking Deplorably Apple. Following that, Deplorably Apple has retaliated by overtaking Hug 3, now securing 7. The positions are shifting as the race continues to unfold. Lord of the Jungle is continuing to close in on Huggood 3, reducing the gap to 32.7 seconds. In the meantime, Maya has successfully moved up to 5 after overtaking SG4 and BZ. The battle for 5 is heating up as both drivers contest closely. Maya is in a Nissan Rati 9, while SG4 and BZ is in a Lancia LC202. The dynamics between these two cars are crucial as they jockey for position. Deplorable Apple has gained a position, and is now in 6 after successfully overtaking Set4 and BZJ. Meanwhile, Duff Dad in the Nissan Rati 9 and Cedric in the Porsche 962C Shorttail are locked in a fierce battle for P12. Okayoki 3 has also made progress, moving up to 16 by passing the Gentleman. Electric Mary is currently about 2.3 seconds behind Komodo 3, steadily closing the gap. Meanwhile, in the midfield, we see Speedyman executing a clean overtake on Turbo Ace, gaining a crucial position. In the back, Nitro Flash has fallen slightly behind, struggling to maintain pace. Up front, Apex Predator remains firmly in the lead, holding a comfortable distance from the rest of the pack. The race dynamics are shifting as strategies play out. Currently, Greninja has advanced to Bafar after successfully overtaking ST4 and B's Jet Wadgeis. Still on BJ has responded by moving up to 5, having overtaken Captain Potato. The battle for positions is intensifying as the race progresses. Komodo 3 has successfully moved up to P13 after executing a clean overtake on Lord of the Jungle. The maneuver was precise, showing excellent timing as they approached the corner. Meanwhile, in P12, we have a tight battle forming as two cars are closely matched, with Komodo 3 now eyeing that position. The dynamics of the race continue to shift as the drivers push their limits. The gentleman is now just 5.8 seconds behind Electric Murray from Team Quark Express, showing strong pace as he continues to close the gap. Meanwhile, Amundsen is also making progress, reducing the distance to one Sirius Guy by 2.9 seconds. The battle for positions is heating up as these drivers push their limits. Captain Potato in the Mazda 787B is currently locked in a tight battle with Hugged3 in the Lancia LC2 for 5th position. Both drivers are pushing hard, demonstrating impressive cornering skills. Meanwhile, Siriron Bot from Team Death Robots has successfully moved up to 22nd place by overtaking Wazirius Guy, showcasing a solid maneuver. In a separate development, the man is gaining on Amundsen, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Indicating a potential overtaking opportunity in the near future. Thank you so much, Novaru.